In a distant land, beyond the rolling hills and the great sapphire sea, there lay the enchanted kingdom of Everwood. This kingdom was unlike any other, for it was said that magic flowed through the very air its people breathed, and ancient trees whispered secrets to those who would listen. The kingdom was ruled by a wise and benevolent king, King Alaric, who was loved by all for his fairness and kindness. However, despite the peace and prosperity of Everwood, the king was troubled, for he had no heir to take his place upon the throne. One fateful evening, as the golden sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow over the kingdom, the king summoned his most trusted advisor, the Grand Sorcerer Eldrin. Eldrin was a man of great power, whose knowledge of the arcane arts was unparalleled. His long, silver hair and deep-set eyes gave him an air of mystery, and many believed he was as old as the kingdom itself. Eldrin, King Alaric began, his voice heavy with concern, "I fear for the future of Everwood. Without an heir, our kingdom will be left vulnerable when I am gone." "Is there nothing that can be done?" Eldrin, who had served the king for many years, nodded thoughtfully. "There is a prophecy, Your Majesty, one that speaks of a child born under the light of the blood moon. This child is destined to unite the realms and bring about an age of peace and prosperity. However, the prophecy is shrouded in mystery, and the path to fulfilling it is fraught with danger." The king leaned forward, his eyes filled with hope. "Tell me more, Eldrin. How can we ensure that this prophecy comes to pass?" The sorcerer sighed, his expression grave. "The prophecy states that the child will be born to a woman of pure heart and strong will, and that the child will possess the power to wield both light and dark magic. But there is a catch, Your Majesty. The blood moon only rises once every century, and the next one is mere days away. If the child is not conceived during this time, the prophecy will be lost for another 100 years." King Alaric's heart sank. "But I have no queen, Eldrin. How can this prophecy be fulfilled if there is no woman to bear the child?" Eldrin placed a comforting hand on the king's shoulder. "There is one possibility, sire. It is said that deep within the forbidden forest lies a hidden grove, where the ancient spirits of the forest dwell. If you journey there and make a plea to the spirits, they may grant you the boon of a child. But be warned, the forest is treacherous, and many who have ventured there have never returned." Determined to secure the future of his kingdom, King Alaric resolved to undertake the perilous journey. He ordered his steed to be readied and set out at dawn, accompanied only by Eldrin. The forbidden forest was a place of untamed beauty, where ancient trees towered above, their gnarled branches weaving a dense canopy that blocked out the sun. The air was thick with the scent of moss and earth, and the only sounds were the rustling of leaves and the distant calls of unseen creatures. As the king and Eldrin ventured deeper into the forest, the path became narrower and more overgrown. The trees seemed to close in around them, and strange, shadowy figures flitted between the trunks, watching their every move. Eldrin whispered words of protection as they walked. After hours of walking, they reached a clearing bathed in an otherworldly light. In the center of the clearing stood a circle of ancient stones, each one etched with runes that glowed faintly in the twilight. Eldrin motioned for the king to step forward. "This is the Grove of the Ancients," Eldrin said softly. "Here, the spirits of the forest hold sway. You must speak your plea with a pure heart, Your Majesty, for the spirits can see into your soul." King Alaric approached the stone circle and knelt in the center, bowing his head in reverence. "Spirits of the forest, I come before you as a humble servant of Everwood. I seek your aid in fulfilling the prophecy that will secure the future of my kingdom. Grant me the blessing of a child, so that Everwood may prosper for generations to come."